I will commend Morgan Rielly and his camp for keeping this quiet, for not letting any details out, and then just poof. He's here for 8 more years, 7.5, which is a good deal for him. He was probably going to get more in the open market. I think we can all agree that 8 years.
He would have gotten way more in the open market.
I think we can all agree that 8 years is not something that anybody's particularly stoked about, but that's the price of doing business. Like these guys, like he wants term, he wants stability. So you got to give him, especially if he's going to take less to stay here. I don't dislike the deal at all. I understand people being upset and being like, here you go again, rewarding one of these core guys who hasn't won anything. Listen, dude, I get that. I do. I understand. Because like I feel that way about this team to an extent. Having said that, it is not an overpay. It's an underpay.
Mm-hmm.
Rasmus Sandin is with respect to replacing Morgan Rielly,
there's no replacement. Rasmus
Sandin is a year away from being a year away in that regard.
He's 2 years away from being 5 years away.
Like he's not like, I know that they had, and certain members of this fan base had like delusions of grandeur when it came to Rasmus Sandin.
Oh,
listen,
terrible.
Good. I wouldn't go that far.
Rob, he can't skate.
I know. Okay, good offensive upside. He's not Morgan Rielly. Let's just say that. He's not ready to replace Morgan Rielly.
He might be able to pass the puck better than Morgan Rielly, but I'm sorry, the guy can't skate.
So
he can't.
He is quite slow.
Did you see the goal he got? Carolina? You remember that goal?
Yeah.
Where he got completely embarrassed in front of his own net? Like,
I think it's good, and I think that there's a couple things that I wanted to continue to address with respect to the Morgan Rielly contract. Before we talk about the salary cap, I want to lament the salary cap. Here's a guy who was drafted by this organization.
Several regimes ago.
Has been a good soldier. Was in the discussion to be, he was like a finalist to be named the next captain.
Yeah.
I think it was probably him, Tavares, or Matthews that was going to be named the next captain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, loves being a Toronto Maple Leaf. Loves this city. Was very vocal that he didn't want to leave. And instead of just embracing a guy like this, we're like, but the cap. How are we going to make it fit under the cap? Is he worth... He's only getting like a $2.5 million raise.
Yeah.
So it's like... Which is beyond fair.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of just being like, here's a guy who's been a good stalwart number one defenseman for this team and has, like I said, was drafted here, has grown up here, everybody immediately defaults. Not their fault. This is the NHL's fault. Everybody immediately defaults to, well, is he worth it?
Yeah.
And salary cap discussion.
Yeah, it's listen, it's a very challenging thing when, like, what's your real opinion of Morgan Rielly as a player? It's like, we really like him as a player. He's their best defenseman, but we know he's not Victor Hedman, you know? Like, he has his downfalls. He makes errant pinches.
Oh, there are nights where I'm screaming at him.
He misses the net. Yeah. He can't make like, you know, like there's areas of his game I wish they're a lot better, but the thing that pisses me off are those people who are like, the salary cap. Well, why are you rewarding a guy? Okay, what's your plan?
Yeah. Okay,
you can't just criticize people or the Leafs for signing their best defenseman to, again, an underpayment, what he would have got on the open market,